So I'm gonna explain this picture today. So first is, what is climate change? Climate change includes the global warming driven by humans' emissions of greenhouse gases and resulting large-scale shift in weather patterns. One of the example can use global warming that we all know that we love watching videos in our phone, but modern activities such as plugging device, driving cars, and cooling homes often rely on energy source such as natural gas, oil, and coal. Those energy sources release gas and coal carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. When carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases trap heat that would otherwise escape Earth's atmosphere, the planet temperature will rise. That's called global warming, which causes climate change. One of the best we can do is reduce and reuse as much as possible. Factories emit carbon dioxide when making new products, so instead of buying new stuff, why not to fix your appliances and clothes and look for the things that can be used again? Walk or bike as much you can. Biking and walking just 1 mile a day for a year could save 330 pounds of carbon dioxide. That's the same of planting 4 trees and letting them grow for 10 years. The best we can do is use your voice. We are the first generation to know we're destroying the world, and we could be the last that can do anything about it. Speaking up is one of the most powerful things you can, especially if it is the right people. Be informed. It is very important you are always informed. The more you know, the better. It leaves you better occupied to conversation with your friends and families and people you want to influence. And lastly, find the ways to donate. So next, I'm gonna explain the effects of globalization to climate change and why there's a climate change. So let's start. Many critics has also pointed out the globalization has negative effects in environment. Thus, massive development of transport that has been the basis of globalization is also responsible for serious environmental problems such as greenhouse gas emissions, global warming, or air pollution. Why there's a climate change? Climate change has always happened on Earth, which is clearly seen in the geological record. It is a rapid rate and the magnitude of the climate change occurring now that is the great concern worldwide. Greenhouse gases is the atmosphere absorbed heat radiation. Human activities has increased greenhouse gases in the atmosphere since the Industrial Revolution, leading to more heat retention that increase surface temperatures. Atmospheric aerosols alter climate change, scattering, observing solar and infrared radiation, and there are many also change that microphysical and chemical properties of clouds. Finally, land of change such as deforestation has led to change in the amount of sunlight reflected from the ground back into space. So next is the cause and effect of the climate change. The climate on Earth has been changing since its form 4 billion years ago. Until recently, natural factors has been the cause of these changes. Natural influence of the climate include volcanic eruption, change in the orbit of the Earth, and shift in the Earth's crust, all known as plate tectonics. Over past 1 million years, the Earth has experienced serious ice age and warm periods. Glacial and interglacial periods cycle roughly every 100 years caused by the change of the Earth's orbit around the Sun. For the past few thousand years, Earth has been the interglacial period with a constant temperature. However, since the Industrial Revolution in the 1890s, the global temperature has increased at a much faster rate. By burning fossil fuels and changing how we use the land, human activity has quickly become the leading of the cause of our climate. Effects scientists predicted the past would result to global climate change are occurring loss of the sea ice, accelerated sea level rise, and longer, more intense heat waves. Drone was the product of Reginald Denny. He served with the British Royal Flying Corps during World War I. After the war in 1919, immigrated in the United States to seek his fortunes in Hollywood as an actor. The drones nowadays are steady as you can clear a script picture. You can handle what the video camera captures and sees straight from your phone and get high definition video recording to get best result. Some people believe sooner and later drones shall work alongside with humans to lay building foundation to and perform similar civil engineering industrial duties, and some people experimenting already such a grab. As anyone who watched drones footage will agree, they offer the breathtaking perspective of the world below. Now the same application is being used to document climate change and monitor forest degradation. Reuters journalist Jack Lucas used the drone in Greenland to track the impact of climate change over 7 days, producing a sobering series and photograph and revealed the scale of human impact upon the glacier. Image like this climate change, scientists track the progression of issue and inform our response of the problem. That can also to plant seedling to monitor their growth. The advantage of drones, the average flight time is a couple hours and you can go on an impressive 16 hours or more if the drone has gas engine power. Fixed wings can fly the high altitude. They are moved for giving in air often models your ability to carry more weight. So, malaking sanhi ng climate change ang human activities o mga gawain ng mga tao sa kalikasan na pamamagitan ng pagbubuga ng greenhouse gases na nakakasira ng kalikasan mula sa mga industriya, modernasyon at masyadong paggamit ng kemikal. Kapag hindi nasolusyonan ang climate change ay babayunin ng iba't ibang kalamidad ng mundo, hihina ang produksyon ng pagkain at maraming uri ng sakit ang lalaganap sa ating bansa. Sa gitna ng sunod-sunod na kalamidad dito mismo sa ating bansa, tulad ng bagyo, pandemya, pagbaha, ay paulit-ulit na lang naririnig sa mga opisyal na mapahalin na sinisisi ang climate change. Sa isang banda ay tama naman sila pero hindi tamang laging ginagamit ang climate change bilang tampulan na sinisisi ang habang opisyal na bansa naguhugas kamay na lang. Malaki ang kasalanan ng gobyerno sa mga nagaganap ngayon sa ating bansa dahil sa pagpayag ng malawakang pagkalbo ng kagubatan, pagmimina at pangtaggap ng mga kemikal na itinatambak lamang sa ating bansa. At ang uli ang mga nagawang mali ng mga tao at naging sanhi ng climate change. Natural ang pagbabago ng klima ng mundo. Mga nagdaang linggo, may mga bagyo, ganun. Ito ay sama-samang epekto ng enerhiya mula sa araw, sa pag-ikot ng mundo at init na mula sa ilalim ng lupa sa pagtaas ng temperatura o init na sa hangin na bumabalot sa mundo. Mga gawain ng tao na nagbubuga ng pagdami o pagtaas ng carbon dioxide at iba pang greenhouse. Ang greenhouses ang nagkukulong ng init sa mundo. Ang pagbuga ng carbon dioxide ng sasakyan gumagamit ng gasolina, ang pagputol ng mga puno na sanang mag-aalis sa carbon dioxide sa hangin, at pagkabulok ng bagay na organic na nagbubuga ng methane ay ilan sa dahilan ng climate change.